The hook I am using is a TMC 3761 in size 14, and I put a 2.8mm tungsten cone head on the hook. To stabilize the bead and to add some weight, make 7 to 12 wraps of .010 size lead wire and push it up into the bead. The thread I'm using is Viva's 10-aught in red. Start your thread behind the lead wrap, and then wrap up onto the wire, and then back down to the bend of the hook to create a taper. Make sure you end at the bend of the hook though. Now clip off 2 quills of brown goose biot, and turn one around so they angle outward apart from each other. Measure out a hook shank length, and then split the hook with them. Make 2 loose wraps, and then tighten them down. If they spin a little bit, just align them properly again. Then make a few more wraps to lock them into place, and clip off the waist. After tying them down tightly, bring your thread back to the start of the buyouts, and then tie in some small-sized gold wire. Bring your thread back to the base of the buyouts, and tie in a few strands of peacock hurl. I'm using 2 here, but you might need more if you're tying this on a larger hook. After the hurl is tied down tight, bring your thread back up to the bead. Then grasp the tips of the hurl with some hackle pliers and twist the hurl. Now proceed to make touching wraps up the hook shank until you reach just 1 wrap behind the bead. Then capture the hurl and snap off the waist. In the opposite direction of the peacock hurl, start wrapping the wire up the hook shank, leaving some space between each wrap. Try to make these wraps as even as possible. Then capture the wire with your thread and helicopter off the waist. Now take some appropriate sized hackle feather and tie it in right behind the bead. Traditionally, these are tied with a coachman brown color hackle, but I like using other colors as well, and this one is black. Grasp the tip with some hackle pliers and proceed to make a few wraps around the collar with your hackle. It helps to pull the fibers rearward with every wrap. Capture the hackle after you're happy with the collar and snip off the waist. Now pull the hackle down and back, then wrap slightly on top of the front fibers to align them back. Also, snipping the top fibers of the hackle will make a flat spot on top of the fly. Now for the tricky part, the biot wings. Clip a single biot and place it on top of the fly at a sideways angle. Then bring your scissors down till they fall right behind the bead, and snip that biot. Keep holding the biot there with your finger, and then wrap over it a few times to hold it in place. Then do the same thing with the other biot, just angle it towards the other side. I do find this to be the easiest way to tie in the biot wings. Now you can whip finish your fly. This fly is prone to lose those biot wings, so add a liberal amount of head cement onto the fly to keep it together. And there we have it, a Prince Nymph. This is a very effective pattern, and it has been around forever. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Now you go catch some fish.